Fear Street 1994 is a slasher film and it's on Netflix right now. It's the first part of a trilogy which is going to be spaced over the next 3 weeks, and I'm so glad Netflix has decided to go this route of making 3 complete films instead of making it as a series and dumping it all at once. This film is set in the town of Shadyside, a low economic dump of a town where every so often these terrible acts of violence and murder will happen, due to a witch deciding that she's gonna forever haunt this town due to events that happened to her in Shadyside in 1666. Get it? 666. Ooh. So this was a literal reenactment of me watching the film last night. Yes. Yes. And those big grins and smiles were not short ones. Some of my smiles were constant ones that lasted for like 10 minutes due to me having an absolute blast with what was going on screen. From the opening scene, we realized just how self-aware this film is and how in meta it is too.
Fantastic choice. I love this one.
It's trash. Lowbrow horror. It's for my stepdaughter.
It also sets us up with one hell of a slasher scene.
Hey!
This film then introduces us to its awesome characters. And say what you will about today's modern culture, but without it, I doubt we'd get these 3 kick-ass strong female characters.
Ready?
They're all so clever and smart, and I mean, they actually want to fight these entities instead of running away like typical slasher films where they have these weak little girls. I also really love in this film that all the characters are aware of the folk tales and urban legends that surround this town. They're also aware of the horror and slasher culture that's going on at that time.
That's so stupid.
That's genius. Yeah, in Poltergeist.
Even though it was covered in short, one of the most interesting story elements for me was the rivalry between Shadyside and Sunnyside. And I'm hoping in part 2 they really go into this more. I mean, they're going to delve into the mythology, so we know that, and they're going to go back in time to a summer camp. I really hope in the summer camp there's both Shadysiders and Sunnysiders, which I think they probably will, because I mean the football teams are called the Shadyside Witches and the Sunnyside Devils, so they're probably going to go into this more as the trilogy goes on. I also loved how the story was able to make all these terrible murder sprees that were happening in Shadyside be brushed under the carpet as normal due to the low economic situations of the town. For example, some crazed drug addicts that have just gone on a murder spree.
Fits the narrative, right? Nice and neat.
And for the oldie like me, the 1994 setting was so awesome. If you are around my age, you'll understand the nods. It was also around this era where we were about to get the resurgence of the slasher film.
Hello?
Hello,
Yes?
who is this?
Which is obviously a nod to this guy right here.
Hey, Creeper, what the
But it's super clever and manages to be relevant for the modern audience too by really capturing the teen experience in a perfect way.
Pub, downtown. Left, right, PA start. Watch it, nerd.
I also love the fact that in this streaming era, we get a film like this on Netflix that goes the full R rating. I guarantee that if this was a studio film a while ago before streaming, they probably would have tried to tone it down to get that M rating. Not only do the slasher moments work really well, but But the best part of this film, in my opinion, is the comedy. And the comedy works so well because of some really clever edits like this.
Suck it in, Fred! Pieces of shit! They think they can do whatever they want!
Also, I found there's this really good dynamic between these two characters. This boy right here, and the moments he shares with my favorite character in the film, this girl right here. This girl, she gets some really awesome moments on screen, and she's probably the best character in the film, in my opinion. Which does lead me to one of my negatives. We get such good characters in this film that unfortunately some of them have to die, which I guess is always going to happen in a slasher film. But surprisingly, I was so attached to all these characters that much that I was actually disappointed when they got killed. And that rarely happens in a slasher film. It's actually been a really long time since I've watched a film that's given me so much enjoyment. I'm super excited for part 2 that's coming next week. The short little trailer at the end of this film got me super pumped. So Netflix, please.
This doesn't work. I will murder you.
So I cannot recommend this film highly enough. Watch it tonight, guys. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'm going to be doing a review for part 2 next week and part 3 the following week. I'm super excited to review them. I'm happy to talk to you guys about them in the comments too. Please let me know, what are your predictions for next week? Also, if you could do me a massive favor, guys, just click that like button. It helps the video go out to more people and it helps me out a lot. I'll talk to you guys next week and in the comments. Until then, see you later. Bye.